You guys are all probably wondering about Jogo and his Vanguard familiar. Now, obviously, he's been in the game already, and it's just a Vanguard familiar being added. Yes, I do have him shiny, and yes, majority of you probably already know what his animations look like, but just for the sake of this video and myself seeing it, I'm just going to I'm gonna go through all of the abilities and what they are, whether they're line attack, cone, etc. So off rip, he already has 1 million damage, 5.1 SPA, and 25 range. Again, his Vanguard familiar is the lava, is like this little stone. You can see there, molten rocks. I used Blazing Inferno with Contagious for his Memoria because that does 30% more damage than enemies inflicted with burn. I know it's probably gonna be like a little bit unusual, but it makes sense because of the fact that his familiar attack supply burn for 150% of this unit's damage over 8 seconds. So it makes his normal passive of 30% of this unit's damage way, way, way better. He also gets more and more damage the more he kills. And he also gets Iron Coffin off the bat. And with this, he gains Iron Coffin on placement during Iron Coffin. Whenever burn or intense burn ends, deal 50% of the damage that instance of DOT did in total. When Iron Coffin ends, detonate all instances of intense burn for all the damage that instance has dealt, and all black flames, intense burn, and burn tick twice as fast during the domain. And then obviously the gains 8,000% damage. Now, for his first attack, let's just skip a couple waves here, just get a good look at it. His first attack is just a line attack. You can see he is going to go up by a little bit. He needs to hit 1.2, but he seems to just send, I believe I've watched the anime, but it's been so long since I've watched Jujutsu Kaisen. It's something, I know he's a big lava guy and everything, and I know, spoilers alert, that Sukuna ends up defeating him by like using fire when he was so confused that because he's supposed to be using slashes. Anyways, but it seems like he sends like bugs, like molten bugs that explode. Now his next ability is called Flame Rain, which is a small EAOE, and it seems like, I'm trying to see. He has just like a bunch of like fire spheres that he creates and shoots at them. Not a crazy amount of damage, only 2.5 mil, 5.1 SPA, 32 range. His range is actually pretty poor. There's Volcanic Stomp, which, oh, it's a cone. Basically, he just does a stomp forwards and it causes like a lava to like come up and like fire and stuff. And then, oh my god, and then it shoots out Volcano. My gosh, I gotta get rid of Friezo again. He always does this to me, man. Friezo's always messing with me. Next up, we have, it's going to be 7 mil damage, 6.3 SPA, and 46 range. Meteor Maximum, which changes it into another EAOE, but it's a much, much, much bigger circle. He now leaps into the air and brings down a meteor. Low-key fire, I mess with it. His final upgrade ends up being 7.9 million damage, 6 SPA, and 50 range. Now, just for the sake of this video, I'm going to be disabling waves, and I'm going to be spawning an enemy in with max HP. Again, we're going to use Vegeta to make it fair with all the other units. We're going to actually wait until we hit 3 minutes or 4 minutes so that we can get like an exact time. Jogo seems to be one of the better units that have their Vanguard familiars for this specific part of the update, the delayed one. The first part, in all honesty, Lucy is probably like the most busted out of all of them. But yeah, so we're just gonna wait a couple more seconds. I thought they'd be done at 4, but it's 4. Oh my god. It's fine if these guys get by. We're just gonna wait till it hits 4:15 just so that he stops attacking like these units. Let's just put him on bosses, select enemies, and 420. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna use Iron Coffin right away just for the sake of this ability. You can see that, oh, I didn't even realize it actually like changes the environment around. Yeah, you can tell this is like an old domain. It's not as graphic as the newer domains, but regardless, he's still doing a ridiculous amount of damage already. I mean, he's already done 200 million. I don't think he's as good as, I believe the unit, I can't remember her name, this one right here that we showcased way earlier. Yes, she does have more damage, but I believe this bleed is making I mean, not this bleed, sorry. This burn is making him do like a ridiculous amount of damage. I mean, he's already done 350 million. And oh my god. In 4 more seconds, he has 3, 2, 1, done. And we're just gonna let the bleed continue to go on, just because technically it's a part of his stack. Okay, so in total, he did 410 million within 60 seconds. So 410 million divided by 60 equals 6.8 million DPS, which in all honesty is really good. I mean, if you compare it to her right here using her mech suit and you're just constantly clicking, yes, obviously she's going to be doing a greater amount of damage, but she does apply burn. And if you combine these two units, if you combine her with Jogo and his domains up and the burn keeps inflicting for 50% of its damage, they can be a really good team. And because of the fact that Leo, Fangs, Marileona, I believe that's her name inside of Black Clover, her new Vanguard Familiar makes her really overpowered, and with a couple other fire units, she's like one of the top damage units. If we add Jogo into that, because of the fact that he has that ability that allows him, again, the familiar right here, all black flame and intense burn tick twice as fast during this, and whenever burn or intense burn ends, it deals 50% of that instance of DOT did in total. So he's constantly just doing more damage for the burn, which is just, again, it's ridiculously broken. I mean, some of the units they've added this update have actually been really good. I mean, obviously, not every Vanguard Familiar is going to make them the best thing out there. I fully understand that. But I feel like they did a decent job. Like, nothing's like crazily unbalanced, other than the Graceful Pilot is pretty broken, I would like to say. But when it comes to Jogo and the other Vanguard Familiar units, I feel he has a really reasonable amount of damage along with Choso, and they're going to apply a lot of support. I haven't looked at Toto yet. I'll get a video out as soon as I got the Memoria for him. But I do not think he's going to be as useful compared to like Jogo and Choso, because they are both a part of DOT teams, Blood and Burn, and typically DOT teams do way better than most. The slight buff that Toto gives, I don't think it's enough compared to other units. For example, if you just end up placing Graceful Pilot down, she gives a greater buff than Toto. But again, I haven't seen the Memoria, so I don't know for sure. But without further ado, guys, that's the end of the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm gonna try to get you this Toto video out soon, but it's not looking too good right now. I gotta go to bed for work.